What is up? Are you back bopping to the sounds of my jam?
I was like, oh, look at you.
Creepy Halloween. Well, I said Halloween, but it's creepy Christmas music.
I like it.
Creepy. Like the whole thing is like very like do, and I'm like, ooh. So it's kind of a bop from start to finish. Hi, y'all.
Hi.
We have the LGG fam in the house. We have Isabel, Sharon, Cecily, Emily Han here is here. Liz is every day. Let's see. I think that's all we have here for now. That's in the chat that I can see. So hello to all of you in the chat. Hello to all of you watching on the replay. I don't know why I'm like this. It's probably lack of sleep and exhaustion.
Taco shirt. I am a taco. Sorry, just Emily's comment. Can I tell you, I'm editing Makeup Bingo, and I said in the beginning of my thing, because I always, when I introduce like, or when I say like Emily, I always like equate her to like some sort of food. So I was like, she's a coconut cream pie, and I was like, literally, this is 5 o'clock this morning. I was like, you know, it'd be really, really funny if I like put. If I put Emily's face on a pie. And then I was sitting there for like 20 minutes in Photoshop doing it. And I was like, I hope this pays off. But I'm leaving it in there. And then I did something else and I put her face on it. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I was like, this is what I do when I wake up really early. And I'm like, I might as well just get a jump on things.
You're just like up acting foolish. Like, you know, I can't say anything because I do the same shit. Like when I'm editing at, because I normally editing around like 6:30 a.m. and it's just a kind of a nightmare. And like there's been a couple of videos where like I forgot to edit out me fucking up, but like people apparently didn't notice. So I'm cool with that. Like
that's cool.
I was like, all right, this is a good time. Wait, hold on. Why is it acting like this? I don't want to do any of that. Like, just bring me in here. Sorry. Okay. I think I got it to fix. Did I? There it is.
All right.
No, I don't know. No. I don't know. All of the things are just like not working the way that I need them to work lately. And so I'm just like, okay, I guess it'll be fine. I guess I'm gonna do it like the best that I can.
Honestly, that's all you can do.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess I'll just do this like the best that I can. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm having a good time. So sorry, everyone. Sorry.
Saturday. I think everybody's just kind of like, let's just have a chill evening.
Yeah. I was so glad when you said no makeup. You're like, do we have to wear makeup? I'm like, bitch, no, we do not have to wear makeup. I'm not in the mood.
I was so happy because I was like, oh my God, I have to like I'm stuck in editing mode right now. So like editing mode is like me. I'm like lucky if I like take a shower. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just kind of in the zone, auto zone.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have to say that every time, but I was like, oh fuck, I know last time we did this was fresh face. I was like, that was the purpose of it. I'm
yeah.
Like, oh, if we could do another one because I don't want to fucking do eyebrows today. So thank you.
No, because so here's the thing.
Yeah.
You were talking about editing you, like my rewards for myself when I'm editing, it's like, okay, especially if it's a particularly intense video, it's like, okay, if you get to this portion or if you finish like this section of it, then you can go brush your teeth. Like these are the things. It's like, you can brush your teeth. It's like, if you do this, then you can do, like, I'm rewarding myself with things. So it's like a whole, oh, hey, Jeremy's in here. I just painted a whole clown face on IG Live waiting for Uber Eats to arrive. I'm glad this is on TV right now. Ooh, Uber Eats is like.
What are we ordering? I want to know.
Yes, what are you getting? Thank you, Kimba. Yeah. I have my facial oil on because like the weather is going through it. And I was like, listen, I'm going to be a shiny who.
I like it. I don't have any, like, I feel like my face is getting dry around here. And maybe if I feel up to it, I'll jump in the shower after this, but it's kind of touch and go right now. I might just lay in the cocoon of filth, and I'm all right with that.
Do you?
Arby's. Let me tell you something. I used to look down at Arby's. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Like I was just like, whoa, like I don't like Arby's. And now I tried Arby's and I was like, I don't know what I've been missing my whole life because Arby's is shit. Arby's is fucking like earth shattering amazingness. So I was very excited when I saw that he said he's eating Arby's. That made me very
Their
happy.
fries are delicious. I feel like it's a front for drugs, though.
I don't like their fries. I like their fucking weird potato boat things. I call them potato
Wait, did
boats.
you get the curly ones?
Yeah, I've tried them. Like I'm like whatever. I'm more of like the potato, vagina triangle thing.
I don't know what that is.
It's a
I'm like,
potato.
honestly trying to think about it. I'm like, because I don't actually go there all that often.
First
Sir,
of
go
all,
back.
it is like a colonic cleanser. Like it cleanses you out. You know,
That's like almost everything I eat, Theresa. Like
girl, I wish.
literally everything I eat. I'm just like my mom has to look over at me all the time because we'll eat. And I'm like, whoop. And
Oh,
she's like, is it? And I'm
that's like my
like
mom.
my food just leaves immediately. I'm like, hi, did you want to stay in the body? Because I'm like hungry already. Like I just ate and then I released and now I'm okay.
I just do you have your gallbladder?
I do. I have an angry ass thyroid and endometriosis, and the two things together conspire to
Got it.
make me a miserable ass bitch.
I ask because my mom, she got her gallbladder removed, and anything like just runs right through her. So I always say that's her superpower is her shitting really fast.
She's like the actual shit break. I was watching American Pie. I'm sorry. It's for research.
I haven't watched that movie in so long. Now I want to watch it.
Hey, Ryan. Said, hi, girls. Theresa, your container story was so funny. I laughed and yelled, what a dumb bitch driving to work to educate America's youth.
Container store. I'm still mad about that. I've been seething about that still.
I don't go to the container. Like I only go when my mother forces me to go. I can't. I can't. I'm like wandering around. I just it's so everything's so expensive, and like my butt like clamps when things are too expensive for me. It's just like, and I don't have like it just tucks itself. It's like, bitch, you cannot afford this. And I'm like, you right. So it's like. It's a shock to my system. I get so shocked by it that I'm like, of course, I say this and I have like Pat McGrath Foundation and I also have our George Armani Foundation. But listen,
that's one thing. I mean, for me, like the container store, it's such a trap. If I could get the problem is like even the acrylic stuff you find on Amazon, it's actually the same fucking price.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
it is.
Go to the container store, but then I have these experiences where people are just dumb. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, hello.
We did too. Oh, today we had, okay. I don't know what's going on every time my mother and I have had to go to the grocery store. And I know that it's a pandemic and I'm not being a dick. Here's what, because I feel like they very much have set this girl up for failure. So we're going to the Kroger's, we're getting our groceries. And this poor girl, I feel like she was new.
Oh.
And the way that they set this up is like it's almost impossible for her to scan and bag the groceries at the same time. She has to like scan everything and then go bag it. And because the bags are at like the fucking end because it's set up for a bag person to be there. But if the bag person isn't there, then she's just, and then also I don't feel like, all the like people trained her on their like nitty gritties. Like, hey, if you see that somebody has 4 of something, you just scan the one and like type in 4 and like do, bam, and then like put them all on the conveyor, whatever. The poor thing is moving so slow and I feel bad for her and I'm bagging my groceries because I don't care. It doesn't really bother me. Like the whole reason I don't use the self-checkout is because I don't want to do the scanning thing. And also I don't want to put these people out of business because that's why they want me to use it. So poor girl looks so sad. And I get it. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're here. And I'm literally only here because I feel like I have to be here. Because I feel like if they're going to force people to be there, I don't want, like, this is so stupid and weird logic, but if they're going to force people to be there, I don't want them to have to be there and have like nothing to do because of everything. Like, it's just weird. And then they'll fire them and I get stressed out. So like, I work in like this weird circle. So anyway, I'm there with my mom. And the poor girl is like, can I see your ID to my mom? Like, we're buying wine, the wine I'm drinking now. And my mom's just like,
bless your soul.
Like, well, at first my mom thinks that she's kidding because my mom's like, my hair's gray. Like, there's just gray all in my hair. And the poor girl is just like, can I see the ID? And my mom's like, and trying to get it. Because
Wow.
normally I think my mom would be flattered, but it was something about the poor, like low energy of the poor child. And she was just, and she thought she was kidding. So she was like kind of trying to joke with her. And then the girl like really wasn't joking back. And then my mom's like, here's my fucking ID. Like, you know what I mean? Like, take the ID. Like, it was just like really sad. And then like this guy comes over, he's a white guy with a beard. And I say white guy with a beard because I could tell he was from Houston because of the way that he was talking. And I was like, and I told my mom like very specific things about him. I was like, that guy's from Houston and he probably has more black friends than white friends. And I guarantee you he only dates black girls. And my mom was just like, how do you know that?
It's very specific.
Listen, for those of y'all that don't know this, the majority of black women have a very good eye for white men who exclusively date black women. They have like a completely different vibe. They have like swagger. Yes, they have like this weird different, like it's swagger. It's a whole thing.
Like,
it's all right. Yeah. Now I'm just gonna randomly attack you. Why do you hate horror Christmas movies? Christmas horror. Why do you hate them?
I'm sorry, I can't get over the what were we just talking about?
The horror of the white guy who like. Have you not heard about like Christopher Jamal Dontavius Evans?
No.
Like that's how we refer to Chris. You know, Captain America Chris?
Oh, okay. For a second, I was like, there was a person actually named that. I'm like,
no, that's how all black, like all of the black people that I am aware of that love him. We're like Christopher, Jamal, Dontavius. Like it is a whole thing.
Like, oh, who is that? I don't know him. Oh, show me a picture. I'm too white, all right. I'm too white sometimes. It's almost upsetting.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, listen, everybody can't be on the like on the same tip. It just is. Thank you. See, Jeremy knows what I'm talking about. Did you even watch, like, have you ever watched Holidays?
What the fuck is that? All right.
It's a horror anthology.
Actually,
it does have Christmas in it. That one's really good. It covers each holiday.
It covers each holiday. The only Christmas horror movie, in my opinion, I'm trying to think like if this is the correct one, is Black Christmas.
I was like the original Black Christmas though.
Oh yeah, not that X Christmas or whatever, like Black Xmas. Fuck that movie. No. I mean the original. The original.
Can I tell you how fucking scary that movie is? Yes! Like every time. To this day, I didn't realize how frightening it was until like, okay, here's what happened. I had Shudder on my my Fire Stick, okay? And on Shudder on your Fire Stick, Shudder play like it has television channels, you know what I mean? Okay. Like little channels. And so you're like, oh, okay. So Black Christmas would be on in the morning, and it's like, and it was always in like the winter when this is happening. So it's like dark in my house and it's cold, and I am just like. And I was like fucked up every time. And now every time I see the original, like I am scared of that movie. And to this, I'm in 2020, I'm going to watch it. If I watch it tonight, I will be like, I can't go to sleep.
Yep. I'm the same way. How I found that movie was when I was in college, I was hanging out with my one friend and we went back to his house in Jersey. Like, but he didn't live like to like being in New York, you're very close to Jersey. Like he lived in Jersey. So like we were like had like a little fun sleepover. And he was like, let me show you one of the scariest movies you'll ever see, Black Christmas. And I'm like, oh, whatever. That movie fucking terrified me for days. I couldn't sleep. Because the scariest thing about it is that the person, the killer, just you don't know really why he's doing it. You don't know anything about, like, he just literally kills them and then leaves. Like, that is the scariest thing in the world.
Thank you.
Because usually killers are like, there's a motive, like, oh, like 6 years ago, like you ran over my child, or you.
And it's just like the way it ends. And it just ends. Like, it doesn't. There's no resolution. She's like crying. Yeah. And she's like, and then they're just like, talking, like it's like the police talking about the whole thing, and then it just like the credits are rolling, and you're like, is there no like?
It's fucked up. It's fucked up more ways than one.
It scares the shit out of me every time because I'm like, there's nothing. Is there gonna? I watched the credits thinking that maybe there would be something like at the end of the credits, like I get like some kind of happiness, like some kind of joy. No, and what I got was like, no, this is endless despair, and I was like, okay. All right, I know now.
I have a list up of movies because I was trying to think of like holiday horror movies or whatever.
Oh, I should have gotten a list. I'm not prepared like you.
No, I literally just Googled Rotten Tomatoes. Oh my God, Ginger Dead Man. I remember that. That's stupid.
Yeah, so it's called Holidays. You should watch Holidays. That is really, really good.
It's on Shudder?
That is on Netflix.
Netflix. All right, I'm just going to write this down.
That one is one of my favorites. Then there's another holiday anthology that I swear it's like, I can't remember what it's called though. And it's like, I can't remember what it's called, but because I've already told you about Better Watch Out. If you haven't watched that yet, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you are hurting my feelings.
Better Watch Out.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait, is this the... Oh, is this a kid one?
This is so fucking disturbing. It's unreal. That movie was so disturbing. I was not prepared for it to be disturbing. And I wish I was kidding. I thought it was another bullshit ass movie, and I was highly upset.
Really? Okay.
Yes, because I thought like I'm watching and like, oh, and then it just took this like, and it wasn't even a regular left turn. It was like a far left turn, like, and you just fall off a cliff, and you're like, yeah, I was not. I see Sophie watch it too. Sophie said that they said I just saw Better Watch Out. It was so freaking good. Okay. I was not prepared for what it did to me, and I was like, I'm gonna need a moment. Wow.
I love that. Okay. So yes, I remember the trailer for this. I wanted to watch it, but I confused this one with, there's another one where I think it was like satanic. It's kind of like a horror comedy. There was a Netflix, it's the Satanic Panic or whatever the hell it was. I couldn't sit through it because it was just like, I don't know, like if it doesn't grab me within the first like 15, 20 minutes, I'm just like, all right, I'm out. And I think that's why I kept confusing that one with. So that's why I didn't watch it, but I'll watch it then.
Yeah, I go, like, I think the movie that you're talking about, those three chicks, right? And the three chicks. So here's the thing. I couldn't really finish, like, I will let the movie play, but once I'm already like, oh, and I guess it, and like, this is going to happen, and da-da-da-da, then I go IMDb, like, I go, like, Google it, and then after I'm done Googling it, and then I go read the plot, and I'm like, okay, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. So, like, if I'm, like, going to bed or whatever, I just let it happen. I'm, like, going to bed, like, everybody's like, Jack Frost. Krampus, I did like.
Krampus, it was fun, but, you know, but, like.
I think, like, the original one, is it this one? Because, like, I can never, because there's like a horror anthology. There's another horror anthology that's really, like that kind of fucks me up a little bit. That I wasn't prepared for. And I'm not sure if it's that. But there's one, is it Krampus? I can't remember, y'all. I feel like it's I didn't like The Lodge. Did you watch The Lodge?
No.
Silent Night, Deadly Night is why I like.
Silent Night, Deadly Night's hilarious. I remember watching that as a kid.
That's what it was. It's a Christmas horror story, not Krampus. A Christmas horror story is like one of my favorite ones. It's my favorite horror anthology. So good. Like it's a good, like it's not like scary. It's just a good, fun horror, like holiday Christmas time. So I have a good time.
There was, what the hell was it? Jack Frost. Did you ever see Jack Frost?
I never saw Jack Frost.
So I think if I remember correctly, I think the snowman he gets in the shower with a naked lady. I think I remember seeing this as a kid. I'm being
What?
like confused. I've seen so many horror movies like when I was a kid that a lot of them bleed into each other. And I
Yeah.
think that was one of them where I think he was like trying to put the moves on a girl in a shower. And I think I remember my mom being like, "What the fuck are you watching?" And I'm like, "No." Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I gotta ask my mom if she remembers
Like,
that.
I'm just watching a movie. Like,
And you know what? Do you ever get this way, like with your mom, if you're watching a movie with her and there's like some weird sexy kind of scene and you just get immediately uncomfortable and you're just like I
yeah,
can almost
especially if my
move
mom
my
like
body.
pushed me out of the room, she'd be like, "Well, it's time for you to go." And I'm like, "It's a little late now. Like, just let it take place."
Oh,
I'm like, it doesn't matter now. Like, I know about sexy time. It's the same way like she tried to pretend when she was younger and I was younger that she like was not like throwing up from like getting too drunk one night. She was like they were all like, "Oh, your mom just ate something." And I'm like, "That's not what that sounds like." And I was probably like 7 or 8. And I was like, no, that's booze. That's drunk. I watch General Hospital and I know what that's
that's amazing.
Yeah, The Lodge was like just the biggest pile of shit. That is one of the worst horror, like holiday type. I
What is
hated it.
which one? What was that one about?
So The Lodge literally tried to do what was that movie with Toni Collette?
Oh, Hereditary.
Hereditary. It tried to do Hereditary badly. It was so like because
That's me.
there's just no good build up to anything, and I feel like because they people who watched it they'll talk their bullshit talk about like, oh, and the tension and I'm like, there was no tension, and here like to me the reason that there was no tension is because like there's no actual build up. Like they literally, I have a whole video on this, but like
Yeah.
they literally take the beginning part where it's like the dad comes in and tells Alicia Silverstone, who's in this movie for this long, and he's like, hey, can you sign the divorce papers? Cause like I got engaged to my new bitch. And she's like, okay. And then it cuts like to Alicia Silverstone and she's just sitting there listening to something. I can't even remember because it's so bad. And then she just blows her fucking brains out. And you're just sitting there like it's shocking.
Wow.
It's a very shocking moment because you're expecting Alicia Silverstone to make it through the movie. Sorry, spoilers, y'all, fuck off. But like, I'm like spoilers. It's been out. It's been out since like this spring. I don't know what to tell you at this point. But like,
Sorry.
there's no reason for you to feel like why she would
Yeah.
do that. And then these kids are like total terrors to the girl, like his new woman, and you don't know why they're terrorizing her the way that they are. It's a very cruel movie where
Yeah.
I didn't feel like Hereditary was inherently cruel, and I felt like this movie was so cruel for no reason. There was no true build up to
Yeah.
anything. You're very immediately aware that it's like pranks gone wrong. So and then it just goes horrifyingly bad from that point. It's terrible.
Thank you for telling me that. I won't watch it because that sounds awful. I hate when movies are just like legitimately they're cruel for no reason. And like
Yes.
one of the worst movies I can't even watch is Funny Games.
I cannot watch funny games. Oh my god, I hate funny games. I hate
Yeah.
it with like my entire
I'm
like my
like,
whole
oh, I'm like,
yes.
oh, I hate that movie. And because it was cruel for no reason. It was just like,
It
it was
really
so
was.
infuriating that it gives you anxiety that you're like, I want this to be over. Like, fuck this.
Yeah.
No.
That's honestly one of the worst horror films I've watched in almost ever
Yeah.
because it just has no rhyme or reason.
No.
And
Terrible.
just like the cruel way that it like has the double kind of end in a way,
Yeah.
and you're just like
Yeah.
like, did
It
you
was
scream like
so
you like
fucked up.
screamed and cried at the same time and you were just like, this hurt my feelings and I don't understand why this happened. Like
There are like certain movies I can't watch, and like that is like kind of one of them where they're just like inherently really cruel, or if it's anything to do with like child abuse in a way that's
yeah,
like really like just fucking
yeah.
like I don't even know who like greenlit this script. Like there was
Yes,
this one horror movie.
I know what
It's
you're
like
talking about.
yeah, right, where it's a girl and I think she gets taken and you at the end she's like in a barrel or something like that. I forgot. It's supposed to be like a found footage shit or whatever. It was so like it pissed me off so bad. I was just like, I can't fuck with movies like this. I don't even know why they make stuff like that.
I really don't like that,
Not
and that's why I
Christmas.
watch Spooky Rise. Like for those movies that are like super disturbing because he does
Yeah,
disturbing breakdowns. I don't have to watch them Hobag movies. Like I just hear him break it down. I'm like, glad I didn't watch it. Like I could not really handle that at all.
no, God no.
Alex over here with like Hereditary's bit better than Midsummer. I think I
I
don't
didn't see
actually compare
Midsummer.
them because I feel like they're two completely different movies with completely different themes, and I don't feel like they're even comparable.
Okay,
After having watched both, I don't even feel like they're by the same director, but I
okay,
think that they're completely different. Like I won't compare them because I don't feel like they even have the same. Like they both have things to do with like gods, goddesses, and all that kind of stuff, but like they're two separate entities and of horror genre. So I'm like, boy, you better stop growling at me. You do not get to do that today.
he has a lot to talk about,
He
especially
like
summer.
I've been doing a lot of lives lately and it's pissing him off. Like, just wait till mama gets a job. Ugh. What are you gonna do then? When I have a job and I leave you here for 8 hours or
He'll
four
be,
actually, because
he'll
I'll
be
probably be working
growling.
part-time because like you can't find a full-time job in this bitch.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen Midsummer. I haven't seen it. I saw Hereditary. I saw it in the movie theater. It was me, Alex, and our two friends, and I was the only one that loved it. Everybody else hated it, and I had to convince them on the ride home, no, on the ride to the restaurant, why I liked the movie, and like had to
yeah,
explain it to them of like, well, this, the imagery and and like the devil and it took them a second to like go, okay, and now I get it because it's maybe not for everybody to understand, but
yes,
I will say that movie, if they shaved like 20 minutes off of it, it would have been fucking perfect. It was too
yeah.
long, and I
It
think
was
that's
a
what
little bit too
people
long.
lost it because they were like, oh, like what? I can't. So
Family over here, Audra, you have a job. You are a social media maven. Okay.
honestly, if people don't know, like when you're doing YouTube, that is a full-time fucking job
Yeah.
because it's not just filming and editing, but it's also the back end stuff too of like comments and making sure your presence on social media is there. Also dealing with all like people that email you like, oh hey, do you want to, sponsorships or whatever, this and that, or sometimes just weeding through to make sure what's real and what's not. It's a full
Yes.
job.
That
So
is the scariest part is like I started panicking like from like emails where they were like, we would like for you to try our products. And basically I shut them all up by going, I can't guarantee that your shit will be on my channel, but I'll be happy to try it. And then like nobody responded. And I was like, good. Because I just wanted
yeah,
like because here's for those of y'all that do any kind of social media stuff, just a quick note. If you let them know that you're happy to try their shit, but you're not going to dedicate like a post or whatever to it, that's going to separate the wheat from the chaff. Is that what we say? Because what they're going to do if you say like, oh yeah, I'd love to try your products, then they come back at you with like 17,000 requirements. And you're like, no, this isn't sponsored.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I am not doing all this work for free. So when you
yeah,
just straight tell them that, they're like,
yeah. No, I completely agree. I had this one brand. Oh fuck it, I'll say what it is. Foreo, right? Fuck them. Foreo was an asshole because they reached out to me and they're like, "Hey, we want to send you this stuff." It wasn't going to pay me, but they were like, "We'll send it to you in product." And at this point, I'm like, "All right, I'll do it. Okay, fine. Even though it's gonna be more trouble than what it's worth, it's still like the actual product sounds really cool. Okay, awesome." So then I'm like, all right, great. What do I have to do? They give you all these fucking stipulations. First of all, what is that like? Is your dog doing some horror music in the background?
he has a squeezy toy. And when I tell you,
That is not a squeaky toy. That sounded
it
like
is.
I was like, are you about to be psycho right now? Is he gonna psycho you?
He's literally doing it in a very like pitties are super smart, and he's doing it in very like measured way, like bam, bam, and I'm like, and I went and looked at him, and he was like,
That's good. He's like, you're gonna get off. You're gonna get off that live now, aren't you, bitch?
I know. I was like, no, I still have 30 more minutes, you little shithead.
Keep squeaking. Okay. Oh my.
I'm so sorry that like you heard like nightmare shit on my end.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. So for you. So the reason why I decided not to do it is because I was first like okay with the fact that they were just going to send me product and I was just going to make a video on it, like okay, but then it was just like, oh, you have to do 2 videos on it. What do you mean I have to do
What?
2 videos? And then they're like, you need to do a favorites video and you need to make sure that it's a favorite. And I said, oh no, bitch, that's where we draw the line. I said, you can't say it's going to be my favorite if I've never tried it. I said, what if this burns my skin? What
Thank
if
you.
I said, I'm going to be like, oh, this is amazing. Like, fuck you. Then the cherry on the top of that was also if you could limit the amount of cursing. I was like, well, you can go fuck yourself because that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck
like,
for it. Fuck them.
It's actually why I just started saying like I don't give a shit about Octoly anymore because like I can't link my channel through Octoly, and like every time here's the thing, I'm gonna say this, I don't give a shit. It's my day. It's my day. So I just hit AK. I'm gonna do what I want. I feel like I'm a black bitch, so nobody cares. And so it's like I'm assigning myself, like trying to get on these campaigns. And it's like, say something. And I'm like, what the fuck am I, like, just send me the shit or don't send me the shit. I don't give a shit. So like now I'm just like, I don't even want to do this campaigns. I don't want to do anything. I don't even care. I have like cool brands that are actually sending me stuff in PR, and that's awesome for me. So I'd rather do that than I'm like not gonna fucking simp for your fucking YSL foundation. Like I just don't have time. And also I'm the bitch that you want to try foundation, but okay.
It's actually funny because I was gonna say, part of me was like, well, I have also tried the YSL foundation from Octoly like many moons ago. It's actually very, very good. It's one of my favorite foundations. And
I wanted to try it.
I tried from Octoly. Everything I've had from Octoly has been utter bullshit and garbage. And I think they just kind of push garbage around and they just want you to make a review. I'm actually surprised I never got kicked off of Octoly because like when I would review it, I would be like, fuck this shit. This is gross. I would say the worst things about them. And they'd still be like, oh, this passed for review. And I'm like, I don't know how. Like, all right.
Here's the thing. You snorted. I'm very, very confident that I'm just not what they want or whatever. And that's fine. Like they invited me, like, cool, thank you. But like, I'm not going to make it to any of your campaigns and I'm already tired of trying. So like, I just don't care anymore. Like, I'm like, I'm already done. Like, cause I sent them a message being like, it's not hooking up to my YouTube. It keeps saying can't find my YouTube channel. And I'm like, it's right here with, and they're like, we're looking into it. I'm like, well, I mean, look into it. But like, I'm not really going to fuck with it. Like influencers like that too. Like, I don't know how they haven't just like fired me and been like, no, because legitimately I got the Peter Thomas Roth shit. I got busy and I didn't have time. So like the campaign's over, but I did actually put it in a favorite because it became a favorite thing. Like my skin is so soft now. I'm like, beach. And like it's getting rid of like this like whitehead scar that I have because I get these like I get like once a year I get a huge fucking whitehead. And it comes like, and I let it all let it do its shit and like come to like the forefront, and, like whatever, and it just pops on its own. But because it's like a big ass whitehead, it always leaves a scar. Always, it's like there's no way for it to not do that. So it's like, and I'm like,
yes, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I would say so.
Thank you, Kimberly.
I'm garbage. I can't.
Are you supposed to celebrate like? Okay, are you supposed to celebrate how many Twitter and Instagram followers you get? Because I'm getting close to like 2K. Like I've started paying attention to it, and I feel like I'm supposed to say something like, "Thank you for
I
don't know what to say.
The only one I've ever really I lost my mind about was Instagram, only because I wanted the swipe up thingy. Yeah. And so when that happened, I was like, oh my God, it's better than like I lost my mind.
I'm so famous. I'm the famous bitch of all the famous bitches.
I love my swipe up link. It's so stupid. I love it. So that was the thing that I was excited about. But Twitter though, yeah. Alex is funny because he'll get random bumps and he's like, people are subscribing to me. And I'm like, well, because you're funny. And he's like, all right. I'm like, so yeah, fucking celebrate 2000.
I love Alex's food videos. I don't eat most of the food that he cooks, but I still like it. I don't eat beef. I don't eat oxtail. I don't eat any of that. No. I'm like, Alex, make tofu good for me.
His oxtail. He loves his oxtail.
I swear, I'm because I was not expecting the cooking video that I did to do well. Let me just explain to you.
That's amazing.
How okay, I mean the way that I'm fucked up that did well. I really wasn't, and it's nothing against Alex. I really didn't expect it to do well because most of this shit I put in a microwave. I put it in the air fryer. I was like, listen, I cook like a single bitch. That's how.
But that's how people actually I would say majority of the people actually cook like that. You know what I mean? Alex is sitting here he gets complicated with his shit. I'm like, I don't understand what the fuck you're doing. I love it.
Yeah. It's very I almost not only did it hit my fucking 10% threshold, my threshold, it hit my threshold. But also it's I think 96 views away from 1K views of me with bad angles. I'm and I love that someone in the comments even repeated quoted me. It was listen, this angle, I know that this angle is weird, but I'm gonna need you to get over it. I said I love it when people quote me in the fucking comments because I don't know that I say half the shit I say because when I edit, I don't know how you edit, but I'm literally editing in this weird space where I'm just trying to get this, and then occasionally be oh, that part was funny to me, so I'll do this, but I'm not really listening to what I'm saying. So people will come back and quote me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I said that?
I know exactly what I say only because I listen to it 6 fucking times. I'm very anal where I'll just sit and I'm like, all right, I gotta listen, I gotta make sure. And then once I upload it, I have to watch it before I actually make it available because I just want to make sure that it uploaded correctly. Makeup bingo, however, though, that's a trip because I'm like, what the fuck did I say? I was just editing this one thing where I said something I was talking about Trader Joe's. And I was saying how I was like, oh, fuck my ass. It's so good. I literally said that. And then I stopped and I look off the camera and I was like, yeah, I was like, no, I'm okay with saying that. I was like, they could totally take the back of me. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm keeping that in. I'll say some fucked up.
I just realized that I'm and I feel I said, I showed this to Emily, I think when I was editing it, I forgot again. This is when I was editing it, I was talking about keeping a palette, and I was I was something to the effect of I love it. Of course I'm going to marry it. It's black, we'll have black and purple babies. Wait. And this is the thing. I have ADHD, right? I talk fast. There isn't a way for me to undo it. I have tried.
It is what it is.
And I have literally tried to be okay, I'm gonna slow it down. And I'm like, okay, but then I just sound I have some kind of problem. I am incapacitated. I'm super drunk and trying to sound sober. So I'm like, hi, so
the worst.
Let me talk about this product because I don't
time warp.
Yeah.
No. I appreciate the weird. You know what I mean? I feel if more people just portrayed themselves how they act in real life,
yes.
YouTube would
Yes.
be a much more fun place because people say
Yes.
stuff like that. Okay. I'm pretty sure everyone here has to like this. I would make wonderful black and purple babies with this thing. Like you know what I mean? Like you don't think about it, but it's like, oh, that makes sense. Like if people
Yes.
were fun like that, YouTube would be so much more fun and not so fucking drama filled. I
Like
don't
in
even know
cookie
what's going on.
cutter.
Yeah,
It's
like
just like I feel like it's reached this like I'm like everybody's just like, let me put on lip gloss. Oh,
I
lips.
can't. I
My
can't.
reels are literally me just being like, I'm rocking the fuck out like all the time. The
Yeah.
last one that I did, it was like like I think I told you like I accidentally did a transition in the one before this one that just popped.
Yeah.
Because I was just editing it out. And so I'm like, and then it like transitions, and I was like, look at me looking like a pro. But it's like the response that I've gotten from people though who are like, yes, metal. I'm so excited to hear metal in these like beauty creators using metal. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to have to use the same sound as everybody all the time.
Oh, that
Like,
yeah, like it's like this weird fucking I don't even know what kind of it's not really lo-fi music. It's just this very weird beauty guru. Everything sounds optimistic, like you're in a fucking maxi pad commercial. Yeah, no,
yes. And like, I don't want to do this the whole time, being like,
oh, I love that.
so like a lot of it, and I'm so like the depression that I have right now because I made the most badass. Y'all let me know in the chat and in the comments. I really did like I'm gonna cry. I made the most badass reel that I've made in a really long time, and my feelings are eternally hurt because it
Why?
will not load. It won't load. And like all I have are screenshots that I sent to Emily. So I'm just gonna have to, if y'all want to see a low quality upload of it.
I think we all deserve low quality.
It's like my feelings were like sincerely broken that it didn't look like I put this together last week basically for this. Like that, well, I mean, it is last week because this week's over. But like I did all this stuff and I was like really excited and I was like, oh. So I just I don't know. I'm tired of this like very cookie cutter vanilla. And like I get it that some people are cookie cutter and vanilla, do you? But
Yeah.
pretend like that is yeah, that's why I leave my weird at the very end. Like I just started I leave it out, like I have all my weird in there, and then I also show like my extra weird that I cut. Like these are my bloopers of me being like I feel like there was this, I belched so loud at the end of one video where I'm just like, bleh, and I was like, the ancestors. I'm calling out to the ancestors with that one. And I'm doing like a Jessica Rabbit, like I invoked Jessica Rabbit. And I just wanted to have fun. And I feel like, why can't we just be having a good time? Stop it. Stop it. You're being you're being rude for no reason. You were literally over there like chilling. So sorry.
No, it's true. I get really bummed out when there's just so much like people just kind of copying the same shit. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's funny too because like some people you talk to and you're like, wow, like you have a really cool personality. Why don't you do that in your videos? Oh, okay. Like I'm sorry, I'm that fucking person, but like it drives me crazy.
Yes.
Talk to some people behind the scenes and you're just like, wow, like you're really fucking cool. And you're like, why aren't you
Why are you this fucking cool regularly? Why are you literally editing yourself to be just like, because here's the thing, I honestly think like 90% of drama could be squashed if everybody would stop pretending that they were fucking perfect. Like that's it, because you're holding yourself to this like stupid standard of perfection, which doesn't exist.
Yeah. Well, I also too, it's like I don't know why people are. I don't even know why there's so much drama currently, kind of just going on. Because I'm just like,
oh my god,
no, like, nobody's famous. You know what I mean? Like we're all just fucking regular Joes. Like we're all
yeah. I'm a regular ass bitch. This is my kitchen. Like
right.
this is my kitchen dining area. Like
if people took the same energy, right, that they attack people, and I don't know, used it for like attacking politicians and like local government officials. Like
Yes.
we would actually get somewhere instead of like people harping on something that it's like, it drives me crazy. I was having a conversation with Alex yesterday about it because I'm just like, I don't understand why people get so upset and insane on Twitter and they don't have the same energy when it comes to like actual things that are like bad. You know what I mean? Like, why do you guys care about stupid internet drama? Like, what the fuck? I don't know.
Because like the only thing that I can say, and chat is on fire, by the way.
Oh,
like
we really love horror movies.
Well, we do. Well, we already talked about that. That was the first 30 minutes. Now we get real as fuck. Like, I don't give a shit.
Right? Might as well call out some people. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I just get annoyed. Like, because here's the thing. There was a situation that I had to apologize for. Like, not really apologize. It wasn't apologize. It was bring attention to, right?
Yeah.
And the reason that the situation was solved is because the other creator came directly to me and said, hey, this fucking happened. I don't like, I know that you probably didn't see it, like, da 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 da. I'm like, yeah, cool. Solved.
Yeah.
Solved. Done. Like, I addressed the situation. We moved on. I'm still friends with said creator, or I hope we're friends. But like, there was not this like back end bullshit that was happening because like that creator, like, and I think it's maturity. I really think it's maturity because that creator could have been like holding on to the shit, then like dumped it on Twitter and like and then like it would have been a whole fucking thing. But because they were mature and adults, instead of doing that, they came to me and talked to me about this situation. And I was like, all right, yeah, let's like fix this up. Like, I don't like that. Okay, wait. I have to say, Jessica, I need you to tell me how to say your last name. Because if it's like Amanda Safran, I cannot say it. How do you say it? Do you
Seyfried?
Is it Seyfried?
Right? America Seyfried. I put America Seyfried. I couldn't say Jessica. I just literally just said America. What the America Seyfried.
Like, poor Jessica, she came here to like just say like regular bitch with a fabulous laugh, and now we're like, listen, we need you to be the authority on all things of this last name. Phonetically spell that so that I can, because I swear to you, every time I try to say her name in a movie, I'm like, I was like, and it's starring Amanda Seyfried. I do because I can't say it. Like, I'm like, Seyfried. It's just the same way I can't say Nisi.
Oh, like seaweed. Seafried?
Oh,
like
Seafried.
Seafried. I said Seyfried.
Why is there a Y, Jessica? I'm sorry.
The Y is very silent.
It's not your fault. I just want. The thing is, I'm old.
Can you please
and old people
like,
grew up on phonics. And phonics, they found out later, is bad. For English especially.
Okay. Syef. All right. Okay. Seafried. Seafried.
I can't say this. I really can't. My mouth refuses.
Oh, I know. Because I for the longest time, it's Nisi Pisa.
Yes.
But
I can say each piece.
I always was like Nisa. I always put an A there. I'm like Nisa.
Yes.
It's not that. I always have to, if I say the name, I'm like Nisi
Pisa.
Like, and I have to say it slow, like Nisi.
Because if I say it fast, I'm like Nisi Pizza.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's because of us growing up on like those commercials.
Yes.
That commercial was like Nisi Pizza or something like that. Like that's the problem. Like
she's great. I love her fucking content. I love her.
Have you seen where she is? This bitch is getting so close to 100K.
No, well, her last few videos I know have been like the little virtual shopping ones. I've been doing really fucking great. And it's honestly, it's such a, like, it's so funny. Like, it's such a simple kind of concept, but she does it in such a way that's just so fucking funny.
Yes.
It's so good. Like, I can't. Like, her in the Torrid one, I was fucking dying. I was like, this is ridiculous. I love this.
That's why. It's Little Caesars. Little Caesars did that to us. They're like, eat the pizza.
Yeah,
And that's why we can't say it. Like, that's why.
Pizza. Now forever, I'm going to be like, pizza. Every time.
Now Isabel's making fun of me. Wait, I did not know Audra couldn't say knees.
Yeah, see, it's hard. Pizza. Fuck.
I just can't, like, there's like certain things that I can't make my mouth do, and I don't. And that's why when they're like, "Girl, what that mouth do?" I'm like, "Not Nisi pizza." Like, it doesn't do Nisi pizza. It doesn't do seafood. Like,
Certain words. We need to have like a stream of just like saying specific, like deadpan. Like,
like people just need to like start putting words in there and be like, "Can you say this?" And I'm like, "No," because like there's this beauty brand, and I wanted to buy this palette.
What's the brand?
I'm fucking dying. The reason I won't buy it is I can't remember the brand right now, but I won't buy it. Like, I want to buy the palette, but I was like, I can't buy it because if I buy it, I'm trying to say this in Norse, and it's gonna sound like I'm saying the N word, and I can't.
Oh God! Oh no!
Because I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I would be like,
Oh no! No!
So I was like, I just got today because they liked my reel, and I got really excited. So thank you.
So stupid. So stupid. Oh my goodness.
Imagine.
Oh, it's Odin's
my
eye.
surprise. Like,
oh my God.
Who is that? Oh, it's somebody reaching out to lower my premium. I don't have any premiums, fool. I'm unemployed. I thought it was somebody else like trying to call me from like a creep line. And so like, listen, sometimes I get stalkers who like try to call me from like different phone numbers. Fine. Like people I've once dated them. And then I block their number and then like
then they come up with another number. I got it.
No, it's not Odin's Eye. It's a different one. It's like it starts with an A. Hi, Kate.
Hello.
I like listen. I've started Marco Poloing Kate.
She's great.
I feel really bad for Kate with the Marco Polos that she gets from me because she is getting the most smashed ass long Marco Polos where I am drunk as shit and I'm just like, listen, like da 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 da, because like especially when I'm drunk and I pun, I'm like pun, didn't intend it. Moving on, and it's just like a whole array of subjects. Poor Kate did not know what she signed on for when she started Marco Poloing me. I understand, Kate, if you want to hide now, like it's okay. Like I get it. I get you didn't know that you were signing on for like all of this weird, and I understand.
I like when you Marco Polo me because sometimes it'll be like I kind of feel like we're having a conversation, except I just was never aware of it. So like we would be like in middle thing, like oh did you like what was it Gerard Butler the other day? And I remember
oh my god!
And I was just like, and I'm in my head I'm like, were we talking about Gerard?
We were never like that's the problem about like okay. Here's the problem when you know somebody who has heavy ADHD, okay? Yo, when I tell you that Theresa received like 2, maybe 3 of me obsessively being angry about how poorly Gerard Butler aged. She did not ask for this. It was like 3 polos of me just going on and on about how he aged. And I was like, okay, but one more thing, and I'm sorry. Like and I'm sure Teresa's just over there, like
I'm literally sitting here like trying to think. I'm like, maybe we talked about this last night, like the night before. Maybe because sometimes I'll be like half asleep and I'm like, and I'll say something stupid. And then I was just like, I don't think we were talking about I don't think so. But I was like, I like it. Cool. Thank you.
It's like, it's the saddest thing. You're not alone. Emily gets them too. Like, I have to remember to tell people regularly, like, I have ADHD. And as such, we were having a conversation that you were not aware of was going on. And then I continue the conversation in Marco Polo. You didn't know that I was like, in my mind, I was like, Gerard Butler. I need to talk to Theresa about Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
And I like, in my mind, I was like, Theresa, how do you feel about Gerard Butler? And then you came back and you're like, I don't know. What are we talking about? I'm like, I'm watching this movie. And then like, these are the polos that you get. You're getting the after part. You didn't get the first part.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Thank you. Thank you for all of that.
Kate said, no, go back. Listen.
They're everything.
It's I do always feel terrible. You do not have anything but small tinkles, which I will take you to 5 minutes.
Small tinkles?
You're just being he just has to TT. He's just being a little like, but he wants the attention right this second. He doesn't, it's not immediate. He's making it immediate because I am fucking up his schedule. So he's like, bitch, let's go. But yeah, the amount of times Emily and Jen and also Lacey, I think, have heard me like do a voice one where and I don't do them to you because of your misophonia. Is that it?
Misophonia, yeah.
I did it. What did I used to call it?
I think you called it. What the hell was it?
Mesothelioma.
And I was like, not quite the same thing.
I was like, Theresa, I don't want to fuck up your mesothelioma or whatever it's called.
I hate that, but I appreciate that you're very like, I'm really sorry. I like if there's water running in the background 3 miles from here, I can't control that. I am sorry. Focus on my voice. And I'm like, okay.
Well, I'm so conscious of the fact that like these things can be of irritation to you. And like not just regular irritation, that it's like physically harming you. So I don't want it to be like that.
Yeah.
And so like that's why you don't get the voice ones where I'm like, I'm nude. Like the amount of time.
Can we talk about that today, actually? Speaking of that. So this morning or whatever, I was just like, oh, I know we were going to do a live today. So like trying to figure out like, all right, I think was I the one I messaged? I think I was the one that poloed you like, hey, what time do you want to do it? Or
yes,
time I was thinking. And then she fucking sends me Marco Polo back. Literally, she's just like, oh hey, by the way, here's my vagina. Like here it is. I have no pants on. Just letting you know that I have no pants on. By the way, I think we're gonna do it. And like she just breaks into a normal conversation. And me, I'm like, oh my God. I immediately just look up and I'm like, oh my God, my mom, oh no. It was terrifying, but in the best way possible though.
I don't like, sorry, I don't have any pants on. My apologies. I don't like the
hold
I was like, I meant to press voice.
Okay, sorry.
We're here now.
Oh my God, there was a spider on the wall, and I just panicked. And
are you okay?
That was really brave of me to do that, and I feel really bad because I just slammed that on the fucking neighbor's wall, who I think are vampires. But oh my God, I'm so sorry, neighbors.
Wait, meanwhile, this morning, a literal spider in my coffee cup. Like I was like taking coffee cups to get cleaned out. This is exactly what I did. I was like, oh. All right, motherfucker, you can't stay in there. I'm going to put you by the window so you can get the fuck out of here. And I speak to him exactly like that because spiders like it better when you have an accent. And I was like, I'm going to put you over by the window so you can get the fuck out of here, man. You can't stay in the coffee cup, all right? I know you tried to make a whole fucking web on top of it, but you can't do that. You got to go. So anyway, I set him over there. And you know what? He left.
So my situation a little bit different. This is how I saw it. I'm listening to you. We're like, haha, laughing. I look up and I just see this fucking thing. This thing that is about to attack me, my loved ones, my stuffed animals. It's about to take all my Pat McGrath palettes. What am I supposed to do? What do? I grab my planner, my fucking planner, and I just slam it to the wall. And now the fucking spider is on the planner, and that's going to be a whole thing I have to deal with. I don't even know. I think I might.
Exactly.
Alex is going to need to come home from work immediately to take care of this for me.
Yeah, he's going to have to handle that. Like, this
Girl,
is why you shouldn't have smushed the spider. Like, he was doing fine.
I don't want to get a spider. Like, I hate that I did that, but it was me or him. I'm so sorry. Now I'm canceled because I kill fucking spiders.
I do not kill them. Listen, my goal is to get like more of these like glass spiders from this shop that I found on Etsy. I want to get like a collection of glass spiders that I can like trade out. Like I want to have like 3 of them up here at all times.
Yeah.
And you're over here crushing them. Like I'm talking to my spider, being like, you have to get out of the coffee cup. You can't live here. I see you made a web on top. You gotta go. Who, by the way, listened. He listened and he left.
I love that. I am terrified of bugs, like hardcore. So the fact that I even did that, it was like a fight or flight situation.
You're like fight or flight.
It was a fight or flight situation, and I needed to fucking do it. Otherwise, it was going to kill me.
It's literally so funny because spiders do not see Sarah said spiders don't bother me. They just don't. They're just trying to live their life. Like he does not like listen. The majority of them just want to like be in the dark the fuck away from you. They're like, leave me alone. And I'm like, it's cool. And like every time I run into them, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And they're like, it's cool, bro. And I'm like, it's cool. Like there was a whole spider living in my shower for like a month. And I named it. I feel like I like called. I would talk to him. I was like, "Hey, bro, how you doing? So, how long are you gonna like live up here? Because this is not a good spot for you. A lot of bugs don't make it in my shower, bro."
Yeah, no. I wish I had that. I immediately just get terrified and I scream and I run. But this was the only time a situation where I was actually no. This is the second time in this apartment where I actually had to kill a bug. One time, I think like we moved in and like maybe a couple of months after moving in, we don't, knock on wood, I haven't seen any bugs or anything. Occasionally, like you'll get like a little guy, but nothing crazy. There was I don't know, I think I had the door open and there like a fucking roach. This big.
Oh no, I don't fuck with roaches. Roaches you cannot communicate with. I'm Wiccan as fuck. You can't talk to them. They don't listen.
Let me tell you. So I was just like, okay, I'm like looking at this roach. I'm like, oh my God. Like normally, and if Alex is home, he's the one to take care of everything, or whatever. He's the roach killer. Cool. I was like, it's either me, like at this point, I was ready to throw the fucking keys at the roach and be like, take the apartment. Okay. Like you're that big. I'm not going to fuck with you. Instead, I just was like, okay, this is the only thing I can do. I took the trash can that I had in my bathroom and I like positioned it and I was like, okay, like I slammed it down. I only got this half of this motherfucker, okay? Roaches are incredibly strong. And I could just see him moving. And then I panicked and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to fucking do? So I started taking books off my bookshelves and I smushed the other half of him. Alex didn't come home until 9 hours later. Can I tell you, I didn't even go to the bathroom. I just left the crime scene. And when he came home, he was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, you need to take care of that. I was like, I can't deal with it.
First of all, you have to warn me about stories like this because I almost died. I just took a sip of wine and you were like, roaches are really fucking strong. I lost my life. I'm over here like I leaned over trying to like stop everything from going down incorrectly. You have to tell a bitch.
Listen, it was a situation I had to handle. Okay. I feel really bad though. So I want to say actually, because I'm on live stream and you actually have me committing a murder. I want to apologize to the spider community. I'm really sorry. It was just a situation that I obviously handled very poorly. And I can assure you that I can only move forward from here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look into some spider charities. I'm going to start donating some of my AdSense to the spider families. I'm also going to become a local activist in the area.
Thank you.
Because
Theresa, that spider had 10,000 babies to support.
Know, and I literally killed their pops. I know. I feel
10,000 babies.
I'm so sorry, spider community. I really am so sorry. Oh fuck. Oh my God, I got canceled. God damn it.
All right, but yo, I promised Theresa I would let her go so that she could edit. We are an hour and 4 minutes in. I made a promise, and I like to stick by my promises. I want to thank all of y'all for coming. We've got to do this again, like no limits. Like,
yeah, I know. We have
like
to do
who
an
gives?
actual like 3 hours of just me.
Yes.
To the
Wait, you have a Patreon, right? We should just do like a fucking Patreon, like who gives? Like then we don't have to worry about like any AdSense and all that ish, and we could just like fuck it up.
Sounds
Like
good.
just do like a fucked up like Theresa and Audra talk about weird shit for 3 hours straight. They're going to discuss bowel movements, vaginal discharge, things that come out of your ears and nose, weird things that you pluck off your skin. Like,
exactly. Can I tell you, Isabel's comment is killing me right now. I need to see the proof of the peace tree. I swear I have it. Okay, I'll get it up online. Trust me.
Yes, it better have the little spider paw print too. It better have it, or we're done with you. We're done. We're not going to believe you. We're not going to believe you. We're going to know that the spider community does not accept your apology.
I like to think that next thing you're going to see is like me at a press conference, and it's going to be all spiders. And it's going to be standing here like, I'm really sorry to the spider community. I'm really sorry.
Literally anyone who can fucking put spiders around this, right? Like, fix that now. Anyone who can put she just said it like, I'm really sorry to the spider community. All these spiders around Theresa be like, we approve this message with all of their like little spider fingers.
Oh my God, I really hope the spider community will now accept me. I really do. Oh, fuck.
All right,
people need to clip that. Just
for real, like I'm waiting. If I do not see this, I'm gonna be very upset. Like,
I expect a whole thread about this somewhere online. Like, did you see this?
Yes, I want to see people like tweeting about this like it's drama. Like, Theresa offended the spider community.
Someone please start that trend. I will die. Please do that. I'm so sorry, spiders.
And I am a member of the spider community, and let me just tell you, like, I'm feeling a certain kind of way. Like, I want to accept it because you are my friend. But since I am not a spider, I cannot speak for the spiders.
I feel like I love your apology, but as a non-spider, I can't accept it.
I do not have 8 legs and 50,000 eyes. I cannot speak for them.
Oh my God,
I can only say that as my friend.
I'm getting abs now. What is this? What is this?
All right, y'all. You know the drill. It costs $0 to be kind. And it's so good for your soul. And if you don't take care of it, Krampus and the goddamn spider community is coming for yours. Until next time, thank you, Theresa. Bye. XOXO Gothic Girl.